Hello, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Hey, we're coming to here with a cool review of the new Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom. And now what this is a camera that works really cool as a camera. And then when you flip it over, oh wow, there's an Android phone on the back. And so you've got all the different features of an Android phone. You can make calls, everything else. And the beautiful part is you can take great pictures with the camera lens that is on here. It even has a 10 times optical zoom function. We'll show you that in a second. So it's very, very cool. So it has all the great features of Samsung S4. Almost all, let's put it that way. But it's a camera. And the nice thing is you can take pictures and then share them with your friends and everything else. And you don't have to take the crappy pictures you can take with most mobile cameras. This one actually has a really nice one on it. And we got this from our good friends at amzn.to. It's amzn.to. Thanks to them with the fastest download upload speeds. You can go to their website and order yourself up one of these bad boys and get yourself good to go. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can see more of these as we get them. So let's go over just the basic details of the device, and then we'll take a walk through the pictures and everything it does. The OS on this is a 4.2 Android version. And it's got the height in inches of 4.94 inches, 2.50 in width, and 0.61 in thickness. It's got 7.34 ounces, which isn't too bad considering, it's got a lot of bulk for the handle and also for the lens part of it. The physical size of the display on the back is 4.3 inches. It's got a pixel display of 540 by 960. And 256 ppi Super AMOLED 16.7 screen. The cool thing about this is it's got a 16 megapixel camera. How about that, with a xenon flash? And it's got 10 times optical zoom. Optical is the zoom that you want to have because it's real. It's not manufactured by software or anything of that nature. It will also do 1080p at 30 frames per second at the very max. It'll do 720 at 60 frames per second, so it'll do really good that way. It's got optical image stabilization, continuous autofocus, video light, etc., etc. 1.9 megapixels on the front camera. There's actually a front camera on this, on the back there, or the front, depending upon what you want to call it, the part used the phone. It's got a Samsung Exynos 4212 chip in it. It's a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz ARM Cortex-A9, and it's got 1.5 megabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of built-in storage, 5 gigabytes that is the maximum user storage you can have on it. But it does have an expandable micro SD card slot, which will take you up to 64 gigabytes. The talk time is about 13 hours on it. It's got a massive battery, 2,330 milliamp hours. And of course, it probably has NFC, which is with all the different things, et cetera, DLNA, all that sort of good stuff. In fact, I'm not even seeing NFC on here, so there might not be NFC on this unit from what I can tell, not seeing on the list. Most likely, since the back of this is a camera, they didn't include that. So we'll scratch that. Let's take a look at it across the front. You can see we have your camera flash here. We have a kind of a red eye to be able to check distance, I'm sure. A speaker here or microphone, most likely a microphone. And then you have your camera area. There's a dial here, and I believe we'll do some focusing on this. You can see it's got the 10 times flash. Little loop place where you can put a loop through for attaching this to your wrist. A micro SIM card tray where you can put your expandable memory. This, I believe, is a screw point. I have figured out how to get it unplugged. We'll read the manual and figure it out. We just unbox this. It looks like it has the IR blaster, which is the same thing that you have in the Samsung Galaxy S4 and the Note 3. So we'll do some checking on that, but I'm almost 100%. That's the IR blaster. There's your microphone. There's your earphone jack. Across the top, you have a power button, a volume rocker button. On this side, nothing much really. And then what's cool about this too is you do have a shutter button you can take and utilize. Around this area, there's a small kind of microphone hole and the sync charge port. And this pops out, and you can see you've got I believe we have a removable battery here. Let's take a look. There you go. You got a removable battery that you can take and do. And that's very nice because if you're taking a lot of pictures, you definitely want to be able to take and definitely want to be able to take in. Looks like I locked it in right. There you go. Not bad for a first time, huh? So you've got, you're taking a lot of pictures, you're going to burn a lot of battery. So you definitely want to take advantage of being able to switch your battery out and never run out. So you can keep taking great pictures and taking great calls. You can see here down the front, we got some sensors. We've got the speaker on the top, front-facing camera, and you've got your home button. To the left and right here should be your capacitive touchscreen buttons with the menu and a back button on it. And of course, it's got your Android software. It's pretty cool. I like it, and it's easy to shoot with. What's nice is it's really light, and the beautiful part is it'll fit in your pocket. Now, originally I had the Samsung Galaxy camera, which is very bulky. It was hard to carry in your pocket. I usually had to have something with it to carry it, around your neck. This is very light. I mean, it's just a little bit more heavier than most cell phones, and about as heavy as a Nokia Lumia. So it's pretty light when it comes to what's built upon it. It's easy to fit in your pocket. It'd be easy to carry with you, and of course, you're gonna have a 16 megapixel as opposed to less than that for most of your mobile phones. You can see here that we've got the menu set up and everything else. So with the camera, it has most of the same features that are on these Samsungs now. You've got an auto mode, you've got a smart mode where it has several different suggestions of modes that you can do: light trace, fireworks, night, sunset, silhouette, sound and shot. You can erase people out of shots. If you're very familiar with the Samsung product that's come out recently, they have all this on there. Animated photos, waterfalls, panoramas, rich tones, action freeze, party indoor. I think that's a new one. Food, I think that's a new one too. Macro shots where you can do really close-up stuff. Snow, that's interesting. Probably changes it so that the snow doesn't blow out your shot. Dawn, wow. Yeah, landscape. Kid shot, I haven't seen that one. It plays a sound that will attract your kids' attention. That's interesting. Of course, best face, continuous shot. Best photo, beauty face. They've added a few things here. This is really cool. So you can choose from that, and of course, you can see here now that once we've activated the camera camera part has come up and is sticking out, etc., etc. We can hit this button to zoom in. You can go all the way up to 10 times zoom, and you can go back out again. You can just tap the button. Of course, you got settings up here where you can take and change your settings and adjust your settings. What's nice is I like the cheese function where you can turn on the microphone and just say cheese, and it'll work. You can go into the area here and, of course, see different, looks like it's got a tag buddy thing. See different pictures. We'll get back to that here in a second. So you've got your video mode down here where you can take and do video, and you also have the zoom for the video and all that good stuff. Okay, so we've run Geekbench 3 on this. You can see the score we came out with was 430 for the single core score and 784 for the multi-core score. And just one of the things about this is it's not a very fast processor, but it's kind of designed to be a camera, not so much a super fast, ultra fast cell phone. So it's only got a 1.5 gigahertz one processor, 2 cores on it, and 1.2 gigabytes of memory that's using. So, it's not the fastest phone you're going to find on the marketplace, but really you're buying this to be a phone versus camera. So you want it to just do the job efficiently with the camera stuff. Now, it's got a really nice flash, but it has one of the challenges that I had with the Samsung Galaxy camera. There was no lamp for video, which is a kind of a downside and a bummer considering I can get it on a phone. So you get videos like this where you play video and you can't really see stuff because this lamp does not utilize during video. Now it utilizes during picture taking, so it does a great job with the flash in low light conditions. This is a very dark, almost impossibly dark shot that we took with the camera. It takes great photos otherwise. You can see here the beautiful video that we took, very detailed, very rich looking, all that sort of good stuff. Colors pop out the screen really nicely for you. So that came out well. The zoom on it works extremely well too. I think we've got some pictures here. Here's a close-up at 10 times zoom. You can see there's brilliant detail in the photos. This is about 5 times zoom, and this is from the zoom all the way back to 1. So you've got, here's, normal, then 5 times zoom, 10 times zoom. So it does a really good job, especially in the zoom. Usually about 10 times you start really losing the quality of the picture. You can see the colors and blues, grays, greens, everything comes out very rich here, which is important. The photos just really look good. Definitely the focus isn't good. Now this is a 10 times zoom here, and then 5 times zoom, and then here's a normal shot. So you can see that, wow, we really zoom in quick to that yellow house way up there at the top of the block, and I can see the detail really good. So I'm very impressed with the camera. It's got just a great looking camera there. You can see some shots of my puppy dog, and of course we're using the zoom in and out to take a look at her. So very good camera. I like the camera, and it works really well for a camera that's attached to a phone, if you will. So all in all, I really like it. It's a great little camera. I'm going to use it on some of my travels, doing events and stuff, and I'll be able to have a phone with me and also be able to have the camera with me. So pretty freaking cool. Be sure to go to our good friends at AT&T.com. It's AT&T.com. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. And, of course, AT&T's got the fastest download and upload speeds. That's why we really love them. So they're great for data. Anyway, give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. Be sure to check in next time. Check out the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom at AT&T.